What's going on, guys? Jason here, back to my channel. Tonight we'll be doing a review for Smackdown and Rampage tonight and stuff, and which will be a separate video again as always. But y'all don't care what I do. So yeah, I was going to get to it then. First off, it starts with Smackdown started with the Meek Mill cold open video package when we shoot to a special Meek Mill music video style cold open package, welcoming us to Philadelphia for WrestleMania 40 week. We then shoot live inside the Wells Fargo Center in Philly for the first time, where Corey Graves and Wade Barrett welcome us to the show. Alright, so we have the KO, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and Logan Paul. So yeah, the KO show. Now we hear for the familiar sounds of the theme song for the prize fighter, and out comes Kevin Owens. Owens heads to the ring, which is decked out with a set of his talk show segment, the KO show. Owens welcomes us to the KO show and then introduces his guests. Excuse me. With that said, the entrance tune for Randy Orton plays, and out comes the Viper. Orton sells inside the square circle and takes a seat in one of the two chairs in the middle of the ring as part of the KO show set. The two banter back and forth, having some fun, while the fans start to chant, "Logan sucks." Yeah, he sucks, but big time. The two agreed that Logan sucks. As they continue to dog on him, we hear someone off camera laughing in the back, someone off camera laughing. The camera shot switches to show Logan Paul standing in front of the what appears to be the top of the entrance stage. The only problem is the top of the entrance stage, but the one set up inside Lincoln Financial Field, not the Wells Fargo Center. Logan Paul talks about how stupid Owens and Orton are, boasting being 2 steps ahead of them at all times. He says he's already in the venue for WrestleMania 40, envisioning his victory over both of them to retain his WWE United States Championship. Owens and Orton talk about how close Lincoln Financial Field is to the Wells Fargo Center. It really is close. They decide to head over to confront Paul. While right now they each exit the ring, hop the guardrail, and head out through the crowd with the apparent plans on invading Lincoln Financial Field to get their hands on Paul before their scheduled U.S. title triple threat tilt on Sunday at Night 2 of WrestleMania 40. As they leave, we also see the duo of Austin Theory and Grayson Waller slide out from under the ring, where they were apparently hiding the entire time. We head to a commercial break. On that note, when we return, we check in with Orton and Owens, who head off in a golf cart to try and catch up with Logan Paul at the WrestleMania 40 host venue. Alright, the first match for SmackDown is the 2024 Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. It's that time of the year once again for the annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. As noted, WWE advertised Cedric Alexander, Ashante the Adonis, Kate Wilson, Elton Prince, Cameron Grimes, Veer Sagna, Julius Creed, Brutus Creed, Ivar, Kira Tozawa, Otis, JJ McDonough, Apollo Crews, Andre El Idolo, Ricochet, Chad Gable, Bronson Reed, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Almost for the belt. A special video package appears to promote the bout, and when it wraps up, we turn live, where we see everyone in the ring. Almost everyone. The lights go up, down. The theme for Ricochet plays out. He comes as the next person to fill up a ring as the ring announcer begins the formal ring introductions for the match. Alright. Almost comes out next with MVP, the Nigerian Giant, sells in the ring as one of the clear match favorites, as Corey Graves handles live ad reads for Snickers and WWE 2K24. After Almost delves inside the square circle, the bell sounds and this one gets officially off and running. Almost stands in the middle of the ring while multiple people take turns coming in after him, while everyone else stands around and watches. Almost handles everyone easily this far, including launching Kit Wilson over the top rope for the first fast elimination bout of the bout. Upon seeing this, Elton Prince decided to hop over and eliminate himself. Andrew Garza and Alberto Carrillo are also eliminated quickly. Cameron Grimes is also thrown out pretty early, and Apollo Crews is thrown out, as in another participant who isn't named, the Creed brothers eliminate in this year to get some of the big boy favorites out of the mix. On that note, we head to a mid-match commercial break as the action continues. We return for the break and are shown footage from during the commercials, which shows almost hitting a double clothesline to eliminate the Creed brothers at the same time. Unfortunately for the Nigerian, he also went over and eliminated himself. At the same time, the Creed brothers went over, whether or not that was planned. Will be interesting to know. Probably not. I don't know. Akira Tozawa ends up eliminating JD Madonna of the Judgment Day for an anonymous pop. Bronson Reed and Ivar even each squash Akira Tozawa, and between them, Otis, Ivar, and Bronson Reed have a stare down, a trio of big guys with the same body shape. Otis knocks him down and does a cat pair spot for another big pop, but is then eliminated by Ivar. Alright. Moments later, Reed got the win with the final elimination. He stood next to the massive Andre the Giant Gold Trophy at ringside as the commentators sung his praises. So, winner of the 2024 Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, Babe Bronson Reed. Alright. After the 2024 Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal wraps up, we shoot to a video package that shows how this past Monday night episode of Raw went off the air with The Rock and Roman Reigns beating Cody Rhodes and Seth Freaking Rollins once again before their big night one tag team main event at WrestleMania 40 Saturday, which is night one. Once the video package wraps up, we see Logan Paul walking the halls backstage with a giant smile on his face. The commentators point out that he's backstage at the Wells Fargo Center right now. Apparently, he's been all along, as Will likely discovered that he filmed the segment we saw earlier from Lincoln Financial Field, where Kevin Owens and Randy Orton are on their way to. On that note, we should gears and head to another commercial. When we return, we see the video package with the final testament. Karen Cross both being the reason Bobby Lashley's Street Profits are even on WrestleMania 40. He vows victory in their Philadelphia street fight on WrestleMania Sunday. Now we turn back inside the Wells Fargo Center in Philly, where the theme for Logan Paul heads out comes the WWE United States Champion, looking proud of himself. He starts talking at the end of the entrance aisle. Before he gets into the ring, he calls Philadelphia trash and says whoever had the idea for him to spend the weekend in Philly is fired. He sells in the ring and talks more about how stupid everyone in Philadelphia is, just like Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. He says they're so stupid they're at Lincoln Financial Field trying to find them when he's been here all along. He says he has his boys Austin Theory and Grayson Waller about to meet up with Orton and Owens along with the camera crew. He says if we're timid at the sight of violence to turn away, he then directs our attention to the big screen where we see Theory and Waller befuddled and confused. They talk into the camera and tell Logan Paul they looked everywhere and can't find Owens or Orton. After a few seconds, the crowd behind Paul began popping. The camera pans back and we see Owens and Orton coming out from under the ring inside Wells Fargo Center. Logan Paul hasn't noticed yet. But after a few seconds, he freaks out and tries sliding out of the ring, but Owens stops him and slams him into the barricade. He throws him into the ring, where Orton kicks him, and he turns into a stunner from Owens, and then an RKO from Orton. Alright, second match is Zelina Vega versus Elektra Lopez. Backstage, we see something going down when the camera catch up to the scene we see Carlito leaning over the laid out dragon as the other members of the LWO and Smackdown General Manager Nick Aldis show up. They ask if Santos Escobar and Legado del Fantasma did this. He lies, says he doesn't know, and that must have been. Meanwhile, we hear the LWO begin playing, and they are told they have to head out to the ring where Rey Mysterio and the other members of the LWO head off with Zelina Vega, who is scheduled for one-on-one action in our next match of the evening. Carlito hangs back with Dragon Lee, who is still on the ground inside the arena. Vega makes her way to the ring, accompanied by Rey. On that note, we should gears into a pretty much commercial break. When we return, we see the match is already in progress. Elektra Lopez is Vega's opponent, and presumably her entrance took place during the break. We see Zelina firing away at Lopez with big forearm shots and kicks before taking her down with back to back clotheslines. Lopez takes over for a few minutes. Vega gets in a big shot. It looks to finish this one up until Dominic, who is in Lopez's corner with Santos Escobar and Andrade, distracts her on the apron. This leads to Lopez gaining the win with the electric shot. With the electric shot. After the match, Dom and Andrade, along with Santos Escobar, join Electra Lopez in the ring to celebrate the win. Rey Mysterio comes in to check on Zelina, and as he does, he is tagged from behind during Dom and Escobar. Andrade watches on Dom, ends up pushing him, leading him to laying on Dom, and Santos, he takes his sport coat off for a big pop and stands beside Rey and Zelina. So the winner is Electra Lopez. Alright, we have a segment coming out, which is Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi send messages to Damage Control. Once the post-match scene with Andrade, Rey Mysterio, Zelina Vega, and Leo Fantasma and Dominic Mysterio wraps up, we shoot backstage where we see the trio Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi walking by side by side. Corey Graves and Wade Barrett inform us they will deliver a message to Damage Control ahead of their WrestleMania 40 showdown. When we return, with that said, we head to another commercial break. When we return, we hear the familiar sounds of Naomi theme music. Out she comes to the ring to a decent pop. She is joined by Bianca as the theme for the EST of WWE hits next. The two each settle in the ring with both ladies are wearing cowboy hats. They talk about their rivalry with Damage Control and mention how Naomi could come around to help Belair, but they weren't enough to deal with Damage Control because they were outnumbered. They mentioned how someone else came through to help even things up. With that said, we hear the theme for Jade Cargill. Out comes the newest addition to the women's talent roster on the WWE Blue brand, Jade Cargill, who is also wearing a cowboy hat, like Belair and Naomi. They talk about how Damage Control are now in the eye of the storm and that they are ready to go to war at WrestleMania 40 this Saturday in their 6 women tag team showdown. Alright, next match is next match is New Catch Republic versus Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Alright, this is the third match, so yeah. We head to the backstage area where we see fired up main event Jey Uso. He says he has now come to your city, and then mentions how tonight he's going to whoop on his brother Sikoa as a tune-up for this weekend, where he's going to whoop up on his twin brother Jimmy Uso at WrestleMania 40. He asks the crowd to give him a yeet. They happily oblige back inside the arena. The Wells Fargo Center, the theme for the New Catch Republic hits, and out comes the Big Strong Boy Tire Bait and the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne for our next scheduled match of the evening as they sell inside the square circle. We shift gears and head to another quick pre-match commercial break. When we return, we see Rey Mysterio and Andrade in the LWO locker room. Learn via an official that Dragon Lee is not medically cleared and won't be to compete in the scheduled tag match at WrestleMania 40. Zelina asks Rey what he's going to do. He telling him he can't wrestle Dominic Mysterio and Santos Escobar by himself. Andrade tells him not to worry because he will take his place. Rey is excited about this, and comes Carlito, who asks if Rey heard the news. Rey said he did, and tells him that Andrade has stepped up. Carlito seems annoyed but fights back the feeling and acts as if he's happy as well. With that plan, he tells them they got this and to take care of Santos and Dom this weekend. Back inside the arena, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller are finishing up their ring entrance in progress. The bell sounds and off we go with this one. Doing and Bate start off strong, however, after a minute or so, we see the action spill onto the floor, where Theory and Waller take over. Theory slams Bate into the barricade, and near the commentary desk, Waller hits a big follow-up spot. The crowd boos as we hit into a mid-match commercial break with Theory and Waller in the lead. When we return from the break, we see Waller being down Bate. Theory tags in and picks up where he left off. After a few moments, Bate eventually makes a much-needed hot tag to Pete Dunne. The Bruiserweight comes in and takes over, leading to he and Bate connecting with Birmingham Hammer double team finisher for the win. After the match wraps up, we see the Judgment Day hit the ring. Damian, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, JD Madonna, and Rhea Ripley all collectively beat down everyone in the ring, weakening the competition ahead of their six-pack challenge ladder match defense of the tag titles at WrestleMania 40. So the winners are New Catch Republic. Alright, LA Knight. Oh yeah, I have a little segment coming up. Is LA Knight talks AJ Styles WrestleMania 40. We shoot to a lengthy road to WrestleMania 40 video package that looks at the story of the leading up to Bayley versus Io Sky showdown for the women's championship WrestleMania 40. After that wraps up, we see Jimmy Uso hyping up Solo Sikoa ahead of his main event showdown against their brother main event Jey Uso. On that note, we head to another commercial. When we return, we hear the familiar sounds of the theme song for LA Knight. With that said, the megastar makes his way out and heads to the ring as footage of the brawl with AJ Styles from last week is shown. He cuts a promo explaining why at WrestleMania 40 we'll all see who game this is, with everybody saying LA Knight. Yeah. Same old stuff from the megastar here. After this, we see a response video package from Bobby Lashley and Street Profits and B-Fab, the one from the Final Testament, early tonight, promoting the Philadelphia Street Fight at WrestleMania 40 this coming weekend. Alright, main event time is main event Jey Uso versus Solo Sikoa. Main event time. After the video package from Bobby Lashley, the Street Profits and B-Fab wraps up, we head back inside the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, where we hear the familiar sounds of main event Jey Uso's theme song. Oh, sorry. Excuse me about that. Out comes the Master of Yi, to fans singing along with his theme song and doing the collective wave along with Uso on the ropes in the corner of the ring as he continues to settle inside the square circle for our final match of the evening and the final before WrestleMania 40. We head to a pre-match commercial break. When we return from the break, we see a compilation video of all the mainstream media coverage this week for WrestleMania 40 on Saturday and Sunday evening at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Graves and Barrett then run down the lineups for WrestleMania 40 Night 1, Night 2. From there, we've heard familiar sounds of Solo Sikoa theme music hits. Out comes the enforcer of the Bloodline, accompanied by Jimmy Uso. He sells in the ring, and the bell sounds to get our brother versus brother main event of the WrestleMania XL 40 Go Home episode of Smackdown official for running. Jey Uso gets off to a hot start, taking it to his younger brother, Solo, with the ferocious offensive flurry. Coming out of the gate, it isn't long, however, before the stone-faced killer of the Bloodline takes over. Solo takes over and continues to dominate Jey Uso on the floor at ringside. Then we see Gears ahead to a mid-match commercial break as our main event of the evening continues. When we return from the break, we see Solo still dominating the offense, which has resumed in the ring. Uso starts to fight back with the crowd chanting "Yeet" as each other shot lands from main event Jey. Sikoa cuts his offensive combat short and begins pummeling his older brother once again. He has Uso flattening in the corner of the ring. He stalks him from opposing corner and waits for him to get up. As he does, he sprints full steam ahead at him, but Uso sidesteps him and Sikoa crashes into the turnbuckles with authority. From there, Uso starts to fight back again, and once more we hear loud "Yeet" chants from the So Philly crowd at each shot. He throws lands. He hits a big hip attack on Sikoa in the corner for a close 2 count. Sikoa hits a Samoan drop to slow Uso. He goes for a Samoan spike, but Uso avoids it and takes over. Uso starts to fire up again with the rapid fire punches to repeated Yeet chants. He lays out the enforcer of the Bloodline and then heads to the top rope looking for an Uso splash. Before we can do so, however, Jimmy Uso hits the ring and blatantly attacks Jay, promoting the referee to call a bell. So, winner via disqualification, main event, Jay Uso. Alright, Jimmy and Solo Sikoa began 2-on-1 beatdown of the main event, Jay Uso, as Sikoa goes for a Samoan spike while Jimmy holds Jay. We hear the familiar sounds of Cody Rhodes' theme. Out comes the American Nightmare and WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Freaky Rollins to make the save. Cody and Seth beat down Jimmy and Solo, and after they do, we see we see Cody reach under his shirt and he begins taking off his custom weight belt. He goes to whip him but stops. He hits a crossroads after throwing the belt to Rollins. Rollins begins whipping Jimmy with the belt. Jay hits an Uso splash and on Jimmy. Alright, fans chant Cody, Cody, and he grabs the mic to close out the show. 40 years of WrestleMania. Can you feel it? He says, talk about the pressure tomorrow night, which is today. Himself and his partner and friend, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Freaking Rollins, are going to slap the final boss, The Rock, so hard that his ego lifts so far of his body and soul that he remembers what it's like to be the people's champion. He also promises to shatter the foundation of the bloodline, and on Sunday he's going to dethrone the tribal chief. Roman Reigns fans chant Cody, Cody, Cody. Says he's fighting for every single fan who has believed in him. He says, my dream was to become a champion, and this Sunday, know this, that one when good story ends, and even better one begins. That's how this really show, WrestleMania 40 Go Home show, went off the air episode. So yeah, anyways, it was a good show tonight, kind of, but anyways, it's the go home show, but yeah, it's pretty good. It was alright and stuff. So after that was over, was a Hall of Fame, which was good too. So I'm not gonna review that. So it was kind of long, so I'm not gonna read all that stuff. But anyways, it was a good show tonight, and next up will be AEW Rampage review, and yeah. So like, subscribe, favorite, and all that stuff. So yeah, that was it, and I'll see you all in the next video. Laters.